Before I do that, I guess I'm going to sit there and say, Phil had a medical emergency this morning, and item E, the resolution considering the proposed sale of the real estate, we're going to put that up till next week until he can be back. So item E will be just tabled for today.
Nice talking.
Next week, was that it? At what time?
Same time. Same time.
Everyone might want to stick around when those fireworks permits are coming up. That's pretty exciting stuff.
That's next week too. Hey, see you next week.
Santino?
I guess so.
How are you?
Yeah. At this time, I'll,
Okay. I just want to get started. I just got back to Des Moines.
It's good when you don't know me.
He's one of the best.
at this time, I'm going to open up the Cerro Gordo County Board of Supervisors meeting. It's a little past 9:30. First two items on the agenda is the agenda and the minutes from last week.
Mr. Chairman, motion to approve the agenda for today and the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll second them. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Any old business?
I have none.
I have none. Moving on to new business. County engineer. Eric.
Hi. S14 has been pushed back to Thursday now, so this week is supposed to be looking good for weather, so I'm confident, I guess, that it'll start on
This week
Thursday.
and next week, I think.
It's just kind of poor timing because it's right before the 4th, but sooner they get in, the sooner they get done. So, the bridge down South of Doherty is going well. The contractor's moving right along. He's got almost the first footing for the pier, the first pier is almost done. And they've started excavation on the second pier, so it's going along and they're getting ready to excavate to put the piles in as well for the abutments. The bridge on B30 is moving along as well. They've got most of the structural concrete work done. They have the approaches yet to do, and of course the paving and the shouldering and stuff like that, but it's probably 50% done, so projects are going well. Here's some food for thought. Dust control is an issue every year, and so far I think we've bladed through 2 or 3 dust controls, and it gets frustrating. Most normally, I tried to put a date for the applications to be in, and that seems to have helped. And I would like to maybe put a fee for late applications. Maybe that would be some incentive to get these applications in time. I've tried to be lenient with new residents who aren't aware of the dust control policy. But once you're aware of the policy, there's really no excuse why it shouldn't be turned in on time. We bladed through one yesterday, and the guy's upset, but he didn't get his application in on time, so he wants us to pay to put new dust control down. So I'm trying to work with him and explain to him this is why we have deadlines. And so I might propose putting a late fee charge on that if you guys are okay with that.
It took me about 5-6 years to get that figured out that I had to.
See, I could have made, if we do like a $50 application fee.
Don't blame everyone. Bob's a slow learner.
Yeah, see, most people pick up, you know. I figure, new residents, I'll give them a year to figure it out. That they figure it out, but come on, Bob, no.
Well,
So,
I've done good the last few years.
Yeah, and it always seems like there's about 10 or 15 people that are late, and this is every time they're late, we print this list off, and it gets quite costly because you do 13 of these lists. We're going through reams of paper, and then there's always a delay of when they sit in the outbox before the maintainer operator gets it, there's always that opportunity that we can blade through it.
And I also think that you could talk to the people that put the dust control down, and when they send out their letters, they could have a
It's in
warning
there.
in there that, you know, there's going to be a late fee if it's late.
Yeah, so I'll probably work that into the policy and bring it to you guys for your
Okay.
consideration, if you guys are okay with that.
Okay.
And that's about all I have to report on, I think.
What other activity, just normal maintenance?
Normal maintenance, they've been blading and hauling rock. We got most of the tile repairs done. Although they haven't done a whole lot of ditch cleaning yet. The jetter, they've been doing some tile repairs, and we've been having some issues with the jetter. It's so old that the pump that's on it isn't even made. The manufacturer's out of business, so getting somebody to work on that pump is an act of God. But, yeah, just normal routine maintenance. I think on the payroll today, we have our 2 summer help payrolls. They're scheduled to start mowing next Wednesday. So that should help catch up on the mowing, so.
I think you have been mowing some of the hard surfaces.
They've been working on the hard surface. We try to do the hard surface 3 times a year. So to keep up with that, they start these a little bit earlier.
Okay.
Okay, well, maybe it'll be next week. I signed it. All right, then it'll be in next week's.
Okay, is there anything else for Mary?
I will.
Okay,
All
thank you,
right.
Mary.
Thank you.
Moving on to the auditor's business, claims.
I have the claims here for your consideration this morning.
It's all in order, Mr. Chairman. I'd make a motion to approve and authorize your signature where appropriate.
And I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Payroll.
Got the payroll warrant report for the period ending June 18th.
Motion to accept the warrant.
And I'll second said motion. All those in favor of okaying the warrant report for June 18th, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Drainage.
I have no drainage today. It's been a while. I have no drainage today.
Item number 4, resolution to approve the auditor's transfer of funds.
There is a resolution here to transfer funds from 4 different transfers, excuse me. One is from the inspections fund to the public health fund, and the next 2 are involving the Missouri operations and maintenance fund. That fund is, those funds are transferred concerning that Missouri project every year. And then a fund transfer from the general supplemental fund to the general basic fund. These are all, can be done by one resolution.
Okay, we got, one for $16,500 for public health and inspections. Missouri is $1,740, that's for the sewer system. The second one is $2,815 to Missouri. That's the sewer fund. And the last one is $2,200,000 to go from general supplemental to general basic.
Motion to approve resolution 2011, number 7.
Okay, and I'll second resolution 2011, number 70. I won't go back through them again. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution establishing a fund balance policy for the required for, what is that, GASB 50, no, that, GASB 54.
Yes, this resolution was prepared by Heather, and it establishes a policy, and the highlights of the policy are, it addresses the maintenance of the unassigned general fund balance. It speaks about how fund balances may be committed for a specific purpose and how that is done. when it is appropriate for fund balance of funds other than the general fund to be assigned, then the board delegates that authority to the auditor. And lastly, when expenditures are to be made for a purpose for which amounts are available in multiple fund balance classifications, it specifies the funds from which to draw in a specific order. This is a resolution that sets forth that policy.
Okay. At this time, I'll make a motion to do resolution 2011, number 71.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion and second to do resolution 2011, number 71. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. And we can get in item number 6, precinct atlas. Ken?
You have on your agenda 3 memorandums of understanding regarding service for precinct atlas to Jackson, Crawford, and Bremer counties. Crawford has not used the program before. 2 weeks ago, I did a demonstration, or a series of demonstrations for the auditor, her staff, supervisors, and some precinct officials in Crawford County. And they have decided to implement the program. They'll be the 51st county actually using the program. As far as memorandums of understanding, with approval of these 3, that includes 40.
Okay.
Are we expecting additional counties?
I would guess, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, at this time, I'd make a motion to accept the memorandum of understanding with Jackson, Crawford, and Bremer County and authorize your signature.
Okay, and I'll second that. We have a motion and second to authorize the chair to sign a memorandum of understanding for Jackson County, Crawford County, and Bremer County. Is there any discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We will be moving down to item G. We have a 9:45 public hearing for Billings subdivision and change of zone. Tom, would you like to bring us up to date on it?
This is a proposed 3-lot subdivision of just under 70 acres in part of the northwest quarter of the northwest quarter of section 29 and the northeast quarter of the northeast quarter of section 30 in Lake Township. Proposed lot 1 is 2 acres in size. It has a newer dwelling on it. The parcel has its own access, and a change of zone is requested on lot 1 from A1 to A2. Lot 2 is 10.01 acres in size. It will remain zoned A1. Currently has 2 accesses. There's a house and a large hog operation on that parcel. Lot 3 is comprised of the surrounding land. The land in the northwest quarter of section 29 is currently in ag production. The land in the northeast quarter of section 30 is not at this time. There is an access east of proposed lot 1 into proposed lot 3. You can also get to lot 3 through lot 2. You'll see the plat shows a 10-foot water line easement that goes from the well on lot 2 across lot 3, and that water line that serves the house on proposed lot 1. In reviewing this, the subdivision's within 2 miles of Clear Lake city limits, and so the Clear Lake City Council, while our Planning and Zoning Commission and the City Council had to review the plat, City of Clear Lake asked for a 15-foot easement for utilities across the north side of the subdivision, running along the road right-of-way line, and the plat drawing and the dedication of plat were both amended to reflect that. The county engineer had noted some technical errors, and those have been corrected. Clear Lake is their Planning and Zoning Commission and their City Council has completed review of the subdivision plat as amended with the 15-foot easement. The Planning and Zoning Commission, when they met on June 2nd, recommended approval of the proposed subdivision plat as well as a change of zone on proposed lot 1 from A1 to A2.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
I see that you had a good day to take photos.
Yeah,
Devin Lies runs one.
yes, they were.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to open up the public portion of the hearing. Is there anybody who would like to speak on behalf or not on behalf of the change in zone? Yes.
Matt Berry, I'm the attorney for Mark Billings, Nan Billings.
Not for the other buildings, just for North Billings.
I'm the attorney for Mark Billings. I don't really have any additional comments on what Mr. Brzezinski has said, except that I just want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Brzezinski and Ms. Rush for all the work they put into this. And once again, the professionalism I see from their office when I deal with these types of matters.
Okay. Is there anybody else that'd like to speak?
Mr. Chairman, hearing no other comment from the public, I make a motion to close the public portion of the hearing.
Okay, and I'll second that. We have a motion and second to close the public portion of the hearing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Before us is whether we want to approve or deny the building subdivision.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I'd make a motion to approve the subdivision resolution 2011 number 72.
Okay, and I'll second resolution 2011 number 72. We have a motion second to do resolution 2011 number 72 for to approve the subdivisions for the buildings. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried.
This time, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve resolution 2011 number 73, the change of zones for buildings.
Okay, and I'll second resolution 2011-73. We have motion and second to do the resolution 2011-73 for the change in subdivisions for the buildings. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. We'll move back up to item number C. County Treasurer, item 1, participation in the court debt collections program.
Beginning July 1st, we in the Treasurer's Office statewide are going to start accepting court fines for customers, not just Cerro Gordo County, but the entire state can come to any of our offices and pay these. What it's going to help is when they are on shortened hours or closed, that our customers will still be able to get help. In our office, I have purchased privacy screens, as we are not allowed to give out any information to the public, nor are we allowed to talk about what we are collecting with our customer to the other people inside of our office. For each clerk of court fine that we collect, we will be retaining $5 as a fee going into the general fund. I just needed to let you know, we did not have to sign any contracts with this. We just had to tell the state how we are going to be processing payments. We'll be starting July 5th. If you remember, we started collecting Department of Revenue fines. So if they owe Department of Revenue for income tax, we started that a few months back. Not a whole lot of collection there, but I anticipate that we will be doing this piece.
Okay,
Any questions? Okay, and then recently, drainage ditch 31B, which is lateral 1, upper tile, was the auditor certified assessments, and there was a U.S. Fish and Wildlife. I'm asking you for an abatement on the taxes, as the U.S. Fish and Wildlife will not pay drainage assessments in the amount of $1,416.
okay. Well, I think we all know that in the drainage end of things, that the federal government and all their entities do not pay for this.
I'd make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to abate the taxes as recommended by the county treasurer.
Okay, and I'll second it. We have a motion and second to abate the taxes for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services in the amount of $1,416 on 21 parcels. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thanks, Pat.
Thank you.
Moving on down. Mr. Dillon, how are you this morning?
Good, thank you, sir.
You're up. County Attorney, resolution setting forth competitive quotes process for a third floor courtroom remodeling, courthouse remodel project and awarding contract.
Yeah, and just basically, we put a resolution together, and Tom put together the framework of that. We had and sent out to 7 local contractors that we thought would be able to manage the kind of project that we were looking at on third floor. We received 3 bids from those. I would also note that we did put it in the paper also on June 3rd. We publicized that we were trying to get bids for a remodel project on the third floor. We did receive 3 bids. Kramer Peterson Builders was the lowest bid. They came in at $64,831. The next closest bid was Point Builders North, and they were $67,139. The final bid that we received was from Larry Elwood Construction, and that was it's just about 82,000, excuse me. And so anyway, those were the 3 bids. We did review those bids, and Tom, along with the people that we've been working with, reviewed them. Kramer Peterson Builders was the lowest bid. They have the appropriate insurance. They've also done a lot of other projects for the courthouse. We're asking that you approve the resolution and approve the bid from Kramer Peterson Builders. We are also asking, as part of that resolution, that annex funds from the former sale of the jail annex be utilized to pay for that project.
Tom, do you have any comment?
No, I think Carlisle covered it thoroughly. I did assist Carlisle and Tom Hurd from Spatial Designs in reviewing the quotations that were received, and feel comfortable awarding the project to Kramer Peterson.
Quotations are a bit less than what
What
anticipated.
did Tom estimate for that?
I think Tom estimated that it would be more closer to 90,000. So I think part of it was when we went through the bidding process, I asked that it be completed by November 1st. That gave them a lot of time to be able to do the project, and I think we ended up getting lower bids because of it. And that's kind of what we were looking for, to try to get lower bids and have a longer period of time for them to work on this project.
It's good rainy day work. So,
And it's also a good 20% plus too.
yeah.
So, okay, thanks, Carlisle. We have a resolution setting forth competitive bids and awarding the contract. At this time, I'll make a motion, we do resolution 2011-73, 74, okay? To accept the bid from Peterson for $64,831.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to do resolution 2011-74 to award the contract to Peterson Builders for $64,831. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Moving on down to item F, fireworks permits. Now we're getting down there to the nitty-gritty of things.
Here comes the excitement.
Everything is in order on both of these requests, and their liability insurance is in place.
Okay?
Motion to approve the fireworks permits and authorize the chair to sign.
Okay, we got a motion, and I'll second it. We got a motion and second to issue fireworks permit for Jack Sutcliffe and Robert Neely. everything seems to be in order. All those in favor of said motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Moving on down to H. Thank goodness I'm here this morning. We got another manure management plan, and it's Gary Payton's. It's one that it's just a renewal, so everything was in order, so I'll make a motion to accept his plan and send a copy to DNR.
Second.
Got a motion and second to okay the manure management plan for Gary Payton and send a copy to DNR. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Moving on down to I. Agreements, contracts, do we have any?
I have none.
I have none either, okay. Appointments. Item J, we have some appointments to make this morning. Commission for Veterans Affairs is John McLaughlin. He has been on for a few terms. And Jennifer Gully. Jennifer Gully is a Iraq War vet who has graciously stepped up and offered to give her services. Compensation Board, we have Tim LaPointe, Dave Tice, and John Stone. They have said that they would do it. Yep. Thanks, Carlisle.
Is there anything else you want me to stick around for, sir?
Nope, nope. You can go back to work.
That'd be a good thing.
Board of Adjustment, we are going to table this week. We haven't contacted the people and talked to them like we want to. Mental Health Board will be Sherry Becker. North Iowa Corridor will be Chuck Schaefer, Jay Ertl, and David Victor.
Mr. Chairman, the only comment I'd make is that Jennifer Gawley is going to be filling the unexpired term of Carl Titone, who's a long-serving member of
Yep,
Veterans Affairs and Korean War vet.
yep. Thank you for
Yep.
reminding me that. And he's been on that board for many years and done an outstanding job. They will miss him. Okay, at this time, I'll make the motion to put those people on those commissions.
I'll second.
Okay, we got a motion and second to appoint those people that I just talked about. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Item K, correspondence communications.
I have none.
I have none. The last one, adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, people.